Subscribe to our YouTube channel and press the bell icon to get the latest updates.
Middle class taxes, even more. We have a big tax cut. And Sleepy Joe Biden has pledged the biggest tax hike in history. Did anybody see 60 Minutes last night? Did anybody see 60 Minutes? Which is a total joke of a show, but you saw I released the thing early, so they got the full. But it was okay. But did you see his performance on that show? The only thing almost as bad was Kamala with the laugh. Ha ha, that's so funny. Ha ha ha. She kept laughing. I said, is there something wrong with her too? She will not be the first woman president. You can't let that happen. Can't let that happen. No, I said, is there something wrong with her? She kept laughing at very, serious questions. But how about this? Mike was great. But how about this? They asked me, she says, are you ready for tough questions? I thought she was kidding, because how do you say? I said, just treat me fair. No. This is tough questions. And I said, they do. And I said, let's see what you have. And it was just question, kill. Always going for the kill. She's a Zippo, but always going for the kill. And then did you see the interview with him? Oh, it was so soft. They're trying to protect. They try so hard. That's right. You saw the other day, he's walking out with ice cream. Mr. Vice President, what flavor is it? I think it's vanilla and chocolate. I said, I don't get questions like that, right? Now, Pennsylvania gets it. By the way, we win Pennsylvania, we win the whole thing. You got to get out there. You got to win. Big deal, right, Congressman? This election is a choice between a Trump super recovery. We're having a super V, it's called. Nobody even thought. We are doing numbers, and wait till you see that number on GDP. I don't know what it is. The Fed said it may be a 35% increase in GDP. The Atlanta Fed. They came out last week. You saw that? I'll take 25% right now. I'll take 15 right now. I think the record was like 7 or 8. But they said it could be 35%. You see car sales through the roof. Housing starts through the roof. There's great things going on. But a tax increase by Biden, all the things he wants to do, regulations, he wants to put back all the regulations, which were terrible. It would take 20 years to get a highway approved. 20 years. A job killer is right. It's a job killer. So you'd have that against a Biden depression. Let me tell you, if he gets in with what he wants to do, you will have a depression, the likes of which we've never seen in this country outside of perhaps 1929. It's a choice between a Trump boom or a Biden lockdown. He wants to lock down the country again. No, we understand the disease. Well, you guys, I don't even talk to you. You're already locked down. Are you going to ever open up? Congressman, are you going to get this guy, this clown, to open it up? Wolf? Make sure he can't get a site. Make sure when the president comes into Pennsylvania, make sure he can't get a site. He cannot get a site. I don't want him here. We had 1. They shut it down. We had 2. They had 3. But I like this place. This is quite intimate. My guys did a good job at about 4 hours' notice. They had no, but think of it, though. I said it before. So he doesn't want us to have a site. Now, freedom of speech, right? Doesn't want us to have a site. But this is the guy that's counting our ballots? Doesn't work. It doesn't work. So be very vigilant and watch. Be poll watchers. Watch. Did you see where they fought us because they didn't want poll watchers? They took us to court. And we had a bad decision. We had a judge, this judge. So we'll appeal it. But this judge, obviously, I won't get too into that. But he said, no, you can't have poll watchers. So he's saying we can't even watch as they count the ballots. But we're going to appeal it, and we'll end up winning. We'll end up winning. Can you believe it? We can't have poll watchers, the judge said. They fought us on that. They didn't want people watching them count. Who ever heard of a thing like this? Before I came along, nobody would have sued. That's why Romney got almost 0. When Romney in Philadelphia, remember, he got almost 0 votes. How do you get 0 votes in a city? But we watch. and we'll sue, and we'll keep doing it, and we'll keep having law enforcement right alongside of us. If Joe Biden and his Democrat socialists are elected, they will delay the vaccine, delay therapies, prolong the pandemic, close your schools. Your schools have to open and shut down our country. Guy doesn't have a clue. This guy doesn't have a clue. Have you seen what this, I mean, we can't play with the country. The only thing I can tell you for sure, President Xi from China, President Putin from Russia, Kim Jong-un, North Korea, and I could name 40 others, they're sharp as a tack. They don't want to deal with Sleepy Joe. One of them said to me, one of the leaders said, well, I hope you win because we don't want to deal with somebody that sleeps all the time. Do you believe that? No, he just announced a lid. He announced another lid. You know, and he's not, you know, somebody could say, oh, this is brilliant. It's prevent defense. First of all, did you ever see prevent defense? It always loses. A team shuts down the other team for 3.5 quarters. They're leading by 6. Then they go prevent defense, they lose. All the time, right? 2 touchdowns scored on them. They shut a team down for the whole game. Then they go, let's go prevent. Well, I don't know if he's doing that. I don't think so. I think he's doing it because he can't answer questions. Really. When these clowns back here, bad, corrupt people, when they ask him questions, he cannot answer the simplest question. How about where they gave him questions on a teleprompter? They said, here are the questions, and they wrote out the answers to him, and he's responding. Can you imagine? I have the press here. Sir, what about this? What about that? What about... I won't tell you some of the tough ones because there are some questions that never work out well, no matter how you answer them. They can make whatever, you know, they'll take the answer that could be perfect and they'll make, so they'll ask a question and they said, let's say, oh, well, that means they gave them the questions. Who ever heard of this before? And then the way the tech fakers closed, Section 230, anybody? They closed down because the government gave them special protection. The way they closed down anybody, they banned the New York Post from being on. Can you believe it? The New York Post, 4th largest paper. No, it's amazing. In an interview that aired last night, Biden said he opposes letting young Americans resume their lives, even though most are at extremely low risk.